Welcome to RIZECast Episode 3, the official relaunch of the RIZECast here on the RIZE Gaming YouTube channel. My name is Rize Hot Rod, with my co-host, as always, Rize Senpai. Welcome back, bro. It's been a long 3 weeks.
Yeah, man, it has been a long 3 weeks. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad that we're going to get this on the ball again, get it rolling, and get things pushing out again. It's going to be good to be doing this weekly. It sucks with everything that happened, but I mean, we're back now and we're ready to get into it.
Yeah, exactly, man. It was super unfortunate. If you guys didn't listen to the last podcast, I just went ahead and did a quick solo announcement. If you guys want to go check that out, I just kind of went into detail about what happened with me personally, but I don't want to get into it too much. I just want to kind of get that out of the way, only positive energy moving forward. But to celebrate the relaunch, we're actually going to be doing a 1,000 V-Buck giveaway on Twitter. Just go check out at RizeUpGG. It's the pinned tweet right now. We're most likely going to be picking a winner within the next week or so. So all you got to do, follow me and Senpai, follow Rize, and then hit that like or retweet button. And hopefully you get some free V-Bucks, man. I mean, it's the least we could do. Thank you guys for being so understanding about the delay and everything. But we got a big first topic to get into, bro. Our boy that we sadly lost the second episode of RIZECast with, Def Glavio, brought home another land placement, bro.
My boy, yeah, Def Glavio, man. He's crazy out there. He's showing out in Salt Lake City, Utah. He's going to these land tournaments every fucking week and just putting it down for the boys. And he's just putting in the work, sitting there grinding and getting these easy placements. He got 8th 2 weeks ago. He got 3rd this last week. That's $400 extra under his belt, and he just keeps slaying out in these easy land tournaments that he's just making look like cake. So it's an amazing thing, man. Shout out to Rize Def Glavio. If you guys don't follow that man, go give that man a nice follow. He's a great guy and an amazing competitor.
Yeah, go follow him for sure, man. Like, we had him on for the second episode. I know we definitely want to have him back up here because we had a great chat with him. He's a really good guy. I think he actually got 2nd, not 3rd. I think I checked the tweet earlier. I think it was a 2nd place. I'm not completely.
No, I talked to him today. It was 3rd. It was 3rd for sure.
Oh, it was 3rd. Okay, word. It's still insane though. Top 3 at such a big land event. I mean, shit, that's impressive.
It's insane. And I mean, he keeps going every week. And all he does is keep improving. And he just informed me too recently that now he's working from home, so he can Kovacs for like 6 hours a day is what he was saying. So it's only going to get better for now. Yeah, it's insane.
That's actually crazy. Yeah, a lot of people, like I think we even talked about last episode, are kind of like even doing homeschooling or like online classes to be able to try and focus on the game more, which is insane, man. Because it's the more and more people get into it, the harder and harder it is to win money. Like, it's especially with this first season of the new quote unquote Fortnite, like the prize pools are just not distributed the same, man. There's so much less money to be made.
Yeah, and there's a lot more of a want for that competition and want to hit those higher placements so that you can obtain the money and so that you can get in there and really push for that. Because, I mean, of course, the money is what everybody's playing for. Yes, you're a competitor. Yes, you love the competition. But at the end of the day, that's what puts the food on the table. At the end of the day, that's what gets you the incentive to keep pushing and keep grinding and keep making it a statement for yourself and for others that are supporting you. So it's really, really hard. And with a smaller prize pool like they're doing, it's another aspect that people have to take into consideration when they're fighting and when they're putting in that work and when they're grinding. So it really is a bigger step, and it's a lot harder for kids to be able to get there. So it does take a lot more practice, online school, taking work from home. Things like that are really, really big game changers, and it makes a really big difference when you are trying to be a competitor in a game that's so huge.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's what's going to get you the contracts, man. Like, I know it's fucked up to say, but Fortnite as an esport, in my opinion, is very, very catered to like middle school, high school kids that like don't have any responsibilities. It's very hard. That's why, like, I even tweeted out that I'm recently kind of done trying to compete and work around school and work around everything. Like, I'm obviously still going to play here and there, but I'm going to focus on just being more of a player, maybe fragging, just kind of doing my own thing, because it's so hard to try to balance so much stuff, man. Like, there's always going to be someone that's able to put in like triple the amount of time you do, and like the mechanics that come into this game is insane. Like, that's why I think Fortnite is easily one of the most mechanical, challenging games out right now. Maybe other than League of Legends as like top 1 and 2 in my opinion.
100%. And with the opportunities that are being given to some of these kids that aren't going to school, that are playing 16 hours a day of just strictly Fortnite in creative, in regular pubs, in arena, in scrims, it's a lot harder to be able to make yourself somebody that wants to sit there and focus and really get into that nitty gritty. Because you have no time compared to some of these people. Myself, I work a full 40-hour job, and I don't overstress Fortnite. I don't overstress the game because all I want to do is I want to stream, I want to work, and I want to make my own money. And you can't not do that. If you're in this big competition and in these competitions, you have to be able to not go to work as
Yeah,
much. You have to be able to take more
everything
time.
aside. Yeah, it's very demanding
Exactly.
competitive field.
Exactly. And it can be a very hard mental stress that not everybody can handle. So it's something that really, really does take a lot out of people. And it is an esport. And I feel like catering to the younger group, it's just catering to the whole world. They're playing it as if this game is just for the fun of a casual game with competition on the side. And it's not like that anymore. Everybody's taking those steps to get days off of work. As you said, you would change around your schedule with work and make it so that you were able to compete. And it's just certain things that not everybody can do, and that can really be a mental block for some people because they're not feeling like they're doing enough.
Yeah, actually, I've been involved in like a handful of competitive fields, like in my, I guess, quote unquote career in esports, but Fortnite has definitely been like the most challenging to accommodate. But I don't know, man. I think that Epic as a whole is doing a decent job with their esports community, but I think that the community themselves, the players, are very, I kind of lack of a better word, very anal, like very 100% in or 100% out. There's no in between. There's no days off. There's no, you play in every cup or you don't play in any of them. You know what I mean? They definitely have like a ride or die community, and you have to play every day to keep your mechanics keen. That's why we see so many of the RIZE boys showing out as much as they do, because they're just straight grinding their ass off, man. But
100%. And that's one of those things where you just have to grind and you just have to like put in the time, because if you don't, you're right. They are very picky. They are very anal. They do get very like hurt by the non-ability to play the game as much as physically possible, which is something like an addiction, but we're not going to call it an addiction, even though a lot of people are addicted. It's just one of those things.
It's kind of a weird, touchy subject. I mean, I hope that, Fortnite continues to succeed as an esport, considering as how much it's helped, RIZE grow, and not only help RIZE grow, help myself grow. It's like, now that I'm not going to be mainly focusing on Fortnite, I hope my viewer base, and like I still get a bunch of support, but I have plenty of homies, so I know that regardless of what I do, yeah, I think I'll be all right, like away from Fortnite. But Fortnite as a game has just kind of like been the basis for so much growth and like so much, I don't know what the word would be, so much growth and just so much potential for a lot of people to come out, like esports players you would have never thought pop off, or that you would never even known of. It's just
Exactly.
insane.
Exactly. It just creates careers and a lifestyle for certain people, and it really makes a big difference. And that's why RIZE is a good opportunity. That's why we have RIZE winners that are just won the RC. We got some great kids, great guys that just actually put in the work and put in the grind to be a part of the team. And we got a couple announcements and a couple of players that we wanted to shout out to and give some credit to.
Of course, yeah. On the first episode, we actually were able to announce some of the early RC winners that we had. Now we get to announce the official 2 player winners that were brought in, which was Jackson Creations. Congrats on joining up, boys. I've watched both of them, I think, pretty consistently since they've got recruited. I know that Creations streams almost daily on Twitch now, so I've popped in his stream a few times. The kid's insane, man. I know that I think his contact for RIZE was actually Shane. I don't know if they were duos or a team at one point, but I met him through Shane. And then I like formally introduced myself, and we became homies after he joined RIZE. But he's a good kid, man. Super positive, definitely a grinder. And Jax too, man. I know he's going to be pushing out some amazing content. It's really cool to bring in some fresh faces. We brought in pretty much like 5 or 6 new boys, and the vibes in the group chat have been awesome. So congrats on joining, boys. And I don't know when the next RC will be. I don't think we're going to be doing one anytime soon.
It'll take some time, for sure.
Definitely take some time, but our newest recruit that I know of was for the management team, which was Dave that was brought in, someone that used to be associated with Bronx Gaming, another big respectable esports team. So definitely cool to get some new faces, some new management in.
I just want to put it out there. Shout out to BTG, Bronx Tail Gaming. It was my first team. It was the team that picked me up. Me and Dave had a lot of talking. Me and Dave talked a lot all the time, and he's a really good guy. He's a really an amazing person. He's got a lot on his shoulders, and BTG was something that was a really, really great put together community. They did a lot in the previous and early days of the Fortnite stages, and things slowly started to wither down, but he did decide to make the move. He decided to come over to RIZE, and he decided to step up and become a manager, and it's an amazing opportunity. He's got a great head on his shoulders. He understands the game. He understands what it takes to manage a team. He understands the amount of effort that it takes to be able to put in and be a part of something like this. And RIZE is always going to keep pushing and always going to keep growing. And it's just one of those things that we can keep making moves for to make the past people in BTG proud and the past people that support Dave proud, because he's now a part of us and he's a part of the family, and that's what matters. And I think the content and everything is going to slowly evolve while Dave's a part of the team.
Exactly, man. RIZE is a huge family, you know. BTG is still around, aren't they? They didn't end or anything. Right?
Oh, he decided that they are no longer a team because he can't focus on both sides. And I mean, with RIZE being where it's at, it's better to take all of his time and be able to allocate it towards RIZE and towards the team and be able to continue pushing. And that's why I wanted to give a shout out to all of those amazing guys. There were some great guys. I made great friends being on that team. I stayed in that team's chat the entire time that I was in RIZE and I wasn't in BTG. He let me stay because he knows the vibe that I can bring and the vibe that helps the chat, and it's just an amazing family. And that's why I was sad to see them go, but you know, things do have to happen so other things can happen, and that's all that matters, is that we are continuing to push content and make that worth the while for Dave, because he did do something very, very drastic and big, and it makes a big change to a lot of things on the scene.
Yeah, he definitely did, man. Shout out Dave. I had no idea about any of that. I knew that he had left Bronx Tail. I didn't know that it was like a do or die moment for him. But that's huge. That's a lot of respect to you now, Dave. Holy shit, man. I'm glad we have someone that's so down and so like believing and excited to help the RIZE band grow a part of the team now. That's exceptional.
And speaking of growth and speaking of content, we have a new stream manager that just got announced, and that's O Center PC. O Center's an amazing guy. He popped into my stream today, actually, and gave some encouragement and just talked for a little while and just hung out. And he's doing the best that he can to provide clips and to go into everybody's stream and get stuff out of there so that we're going to be able to put more content out for you guys, for everybody listening, for everybody that's a part of the YouTube channel, part of the Twitter community. You guys will be able to see more, and it'll be thanks to him. And I also want to give a big shout out to our content creator that's putting you all of these amazing graphics that you guys see every week on the RIZEcast and everywhere else with the RIZE boys. That's Ethan. Ethan's an amazing guy. You got to go give him a follow and make sure that you give him the support that you give us, because Ethan is insane. O Center is insane. And I just wanted to give both of those guys a big shout out, because they are doing a lot behind the scenes. And now O Center is going to be in front of the scenes as a new stream manager. It's going to be a beautiful thing. I'm super excited for all of that to come out and for you guys to all get to see that. So thank you guys for being patient with all of us and getting everything situated.
Yeah, for sure. Ethan's been a huge help throughout the entire time getting the RIZEcast going. I mean, he's pretty much been my go-to for any graphics I've needed for. I think he did my support a creator thing. He did all the stuff for the RIZEcast, our overlay. He did the giveaway picture. He's the man. He's really cool. So shout out Ethan, man, and I'm really excited to see what Jax is able to bring to the table. I think that being able to have a lot more of an active content base to help us grow and not be able to just showcase our placements and everything, but showcase our players as personalities and help everyone grow their own brand as well as representing RIZE. I think it's going to be beautiful, man. It's going to be really cool.
I couldn't agree more.
Because I know for a fact that there's a handful of the guys on the team that don't really stream, and I only know of like, I think Inks is probably the most consistent uploader on the team. He uploads pretty much like a montage every week or every 2 weeks or something like that. And Turbo's pretty consistent too. Like, we have a couple guys that are on the YouTube grind instead of the Twitch grind, but we definitely got a nice mix in here, dude.
Shout out Mixer, because nobody, shout out Mixer.
You think you're the only Mixer streamer on the team, right? No,
100%, bro.
David Rod technically did a Mixer stream, but I think he still
did one Mixer stream. I shout him out. Shout out David Rod. You're a great guy. But no, I'm the only legitimate Mixer streamer that's a part of the team. Oh no, I can't say that. I can't say that. We have Death Glavio now, and Death Glavio is a competitor and he's a player, but he streams exclusively on Mixer.
Okay.
So it's me and him. Yeah, he's my boy. I
Repping
support
him.
him
I
all the
see you.
way. I give him
Okay.
all the hosts, and yeah, man, we're slowly bringing in the Mixer vibes. Slowly getting in there. We're
Facts.
creeping in there. It's just not as full as the Twitch guys and the YouTube guys. I
Okay.
get it, but we're trying.
I
All right,
know,
we're
man. It
trying.
slips my mind you're on Mixer half the time. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like it really does. I don't know. I need to make a Mixer account. Like I legitimately don't have one. I need to make one just to be able to be fans of you. And is that what it's called on Mixer instead of subs? It's fans, or what is the word?
Just followers, man.
Just
Followers.
followers word. So I want to make sure I'm supporting you and Death Glavio over there. But yeah, man, it's kind of like me and Shane. Like Shane seems to always be live whenever I'm ending my stream, or Shane's like, when I'm doing offline hosts and I see who in Rise is streaming, he's always live. So Shane's the one that usually gets most of my hosts.
You go, man. It's all about supporting and just grinding. And to everybody that's streaming out there, to everybody that's creating content, no matter what platform you're on, don't get discouraged. Don't worry about numbers and just keep pushing. It's an amazing opportunity to do what we do. It's an amazing chance to just have fun and be on stream. A lot of people get sucked into the numbers game, and a lot of people get discouraged when nobody's in chat. And I completely understand that. I have those days. Everybody has those days. But you hit milestones and you do things that are beautiful, and you give yourself a boost of confidence because you're doing what you want to be doing. And if you're out there streaming and you're not wanting to stream, then stop, because you got to be happy. And if you're stressing it more than being happy, there's no reason to stream. There's not. Be somebody that wants to do it.
Exactly. And about the numbers, man, you should be happy if you even have 100 followers and get a ton of support from that 100. If you're not making big Twitch money, but you're occasionally getting a check, you're occasionally getting donations, you have a supportive group around you, you can aspire to achieve whatever you want, but you got to be appreciative for what's around you. You can't put the cart before the horse and, put that, Ninja Lamborghini or whatever. I don't know. I don't even think Ninja has a Lamborghini, but that's that's just an example. You got to be grateful for what you have and don't get sucked into all the numbers and greed that come with it, and just stay positive, because I've seen a lot of people get a little bit of clout and change up real fast. I'm sure you could attest to that too, man.
Oh, 100%. There's always going to be different things that change people and different things that make people do different things. And it's okay to change as long as you're doing things to make yourself happy, and as long as you're doing things the way that you want to. It's all that matters. Like, you can't worry about being selfish, because you have to be selfish, because nobody's going to put you before themselves. No matter how much you think so, or no matter how much you want to believe that, you have to put yourself before anybody else, because nobody else is going to do that for you. And that's why you just got to keep pushing in your own way, because if you don't, then you're just feeding into what everybody else wants and not what you want. And that's going to hurt your heart, and that's going to hurt your content, because you're not going to be putting out what you want to be putting out.
Exactly. Respect your associates' hustle, but focus on your hustle.
Yeah, exactly.
Secure your bag, you know what I'm saying? Also, I'm sorry there a second ago. Like, I picked up my water and the coaster stuck to the bottom of it, so it was a loud bang in the background. I'm sorry, y'all. That was loud. But
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm really excited to have everything back. It seems like bringing a whole bunch of new faces in, getting the podcast rolling again. It's gonna be the content storm coming from Rise now, so I'm very excited.
Man, rise up every day and just keep going and keep pushing out beautiful content for beautiful people like the people listening now. It's a great thing. We're doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. We're going to keep you guys filled in with everything that we can. We're going to keep you guys in tune and in check with everything that's going on. This is your daily dose, or weekly dose, I should say, of opportunity to get a little more in touch with us. If you have anything that you want to hear us talk about, anything that you have questions about, anything that you're interested in, put it in the comments. Let us know what's going on. Let us know what you think. Just give us a little bit of feedback so that we can give you what you want, and 100%. Just keep pushing.
100%. And I know that not only are we going to have Rise Boys up here, I guarantee we're going to have some other guests come on the show that are not Rise affiliates. So if you guys have any people you may want to see on the show, Rise or not, just go ahead and you can comment that down below. Or you can even probably just tweet it underneath one of the RIZECast tweets, or just at one of us and then, say something. But, yeah. I mean, we have the 1-year Rise anniversary that just happened. Speaking of you saying, rise up every day, your Rise is going to keep going. It's pretty crazy. Rise hit 1 year. I think I've been a part of it since, I've been in for a good 5 or 6 months. I'm kind of quote unquote, like Jubis said, an OG now. So
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely not an OG, so to speak. I mean, I've really tried to create a footprint inside of Rise so that I could, help push content, help talk to people, help make people feel more at home. But I did join only 3 to 4 months ago at the very most, and I'm just going to continue pushing out content and keep trying to help you guys do whatever I can to make it better. I know that Rise is constantly gaining new faces and constantly having different movements and different things go on. People leave the team and it's sad to see. We had an amazing guy, XO Bar. He just recently left. Shout out to him. He's a great guy, a great kid. And we do have little things that happen, and not everybody's happy with what goes on. They leave on good terms. People fall off their grind. Shout out Mute. Mute was an amazing kid
Mute
too.
just retired, man. Shout out Mute. That was my boy.
Yeah. Yeah, man, and he's a good kid, and he's a great guy, and he was always very supportive of everybody on that team. And it sucks to see people go, but you got to go your own way. You've got to do your own thing, and you've got to just keep doing what's going to make you happy, as I've said before, and I'll always keep saying. Because if you're stressing things like being on this team, it can get stressful, and you can feel like you're not doing enough because you see these guys putting out content daily. You see these guys putting clips out daily. You see all these little things that keep coming to Twitter and keep coming to the social media fear of things like the sphere, and it just creates a anxiety in you that you're not doing enough, and you need to be able to push past that. And that's always one of the goals that I have, is to just make sure that everybody's okay, make sure everybody feels okay, and that you guys all know that I'm here for you guys. And I mean, of course, Hot Rod is as well. Hot Rod's an OG. Yeah. He's a great guy. He's an amazing person. He bounces back real fast. And yeah, that's just me talking him up because he's a good guy. And I'm super grateful to be on the podcast with you. So we're just going to keep putting in that work and just keep pushing content and do what we can. I mean, 1 year is an insane anniversary. It's the first year. We're just going to keep pushing and keep going 4 more years. I mean, we're going to get the RIZE decade anniversary in no time, and you guys will be sick of hearing our voices. So it's just going to be a beautiful thing.
Exactly. Thank you so much, man. It's been a pleasure getting to meet you and, being able to work with you so closely. I mean, I know one of my favorite parts of the day is usually, I wake up, I try not to check my phone, like immediately when I wake up. I try to do a couple things, but when I first hop on my phone, I always love seeing that like senpai motivational message of the day in the group chat. And it's very cool, man. I think you're a great positive force to bring to the team, and I think that we can all rally together, use that positive energy, and just get all this content out, get these good placements, and like you said, man, hit this 10-year RIZE house, 10 years RIZE grind, everything, man. I'm excited. That's the main reason I was so excited to join. I saw a lot of potential with the management that's behind it, and as they keep bringing in new faces and better players and even unknown players, like I would have never found some of the guys that are on the team, or wouldn't have ever known of them or their placements if we hadn't had our great scouter find them. So
exactly.
It's cool, man. It's very cool.
Yeah.
Shout out Ross. I think it's pronounced Ross, ain't it?
What?
It's like his name, Ross. It's like R-A-U-S. Ross.
Oh, Rouse or Rouse? Yeah. I'm not very sure, but he did do a lot for us. He's a manager for Storm, and Storm is still a part of the team. Storm is a great streamer on Twitch, and they have done a lot together. And so that since we have him on the team and we put Storm in the team, and we made a little bit of a move there, so to speak, because Storm has his own community and stuff. It was really cool to see. He does a lot of stuff. I don't see him in the chat as active, but he is definitely active all the way through everywhere. Like, he's active on Twitter, he's active in the community, and he consistently does things. So it's a really good thing that we have a bunch of managers that are busy. They're not just talking that they're the manager. They're busy being the manager and doing the things that it takes to help make the team bigger and help make the team better and help make the team more known. And so that's one of those things where it makes it more of a comforting thing to feel like you're on a team that actually does care about what's going on, not the numbers. Yeah, man. People have your back. People are always there for you. You can DM any of the people on the team at any time and be able to talk to them. Like, I've talked to Inks so many times about how I'm a bot on controller and I need his help, and he's helped me back and forth trying to figure things out, and it's been really cool. So it just makes a big difference where you have a plethora of people that is like a library to you that you can go in and talk to and be able to get support from and just be able to figure out what the next move is for yourself. Because I know as Fortnite slowly dwindles away, the streamers on the team we're all going to try to find different games to play, and we're all going to try to find little things to help push more content that might not be Fortnite related. And so that's where this podcast will be an amazing thing because you'll be able to talk about games that are coming out. We'll be able to talk about games that are coming out that we're excited for. Of course, we're Fortnite based and we are very team based, and we want to keep you guys informed. It's going to be a great opportunity for you guys to tell us, like, oh, these are great games to check out, and we can talk about more things as the podcast grows and continues to like prove to you guys that we're worth listening to and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I'm really excited, man. I had the idea behind the RIZEcast. I never wanted to be, purely Fortnite based. I really just wanted it to be kind of like, like you throw this on as you're getting ready in the morning, or maybe you like driving to work. You just have something on. It feels like you're just having a conversation with some of your homies, And I'm really excited, man, to kind of get things rolling. I know I keep saying it, but it's just really cool. I'm always, I do my best work when I'm like head down, grinding in the paint.
Yeah, man, and to keep saying it just means that you're really, really happy. I mean, you did go through a lot just recently. Like he said, there's another episode. It's about a 5-minute episode. It's super short, and he just kind of explains everything that he went through. To go through that and to be able to bounce back and have the excitement that we have, it's just something that's important to express because we haven't gotten to record a podcast in a couple of weeks now. The podcast that we shot was episode 2, and things occurred so that we couldn't get that put out for you guys. So we'll definitely get guests on. We'll definitely be pushing more towards a 3-person environment where it's me and Hot Rod and then somebody else. It's a great way of talking, great way of getting feedback to other people and through other people, so to speak. I remember talking with Death, and we had a good time. It was a great chat. It was an amazing and fun little vibe that was going on. So he'll definitely come back on, and we have definitely a lot of plans. So it's going to be cool to see, and it's just going to be good to be able to push more on those aspects, because I know we keep saying push. I know we keep saying content. Those are like keywords I'm sure you could look up and they'd be like most of this video. But that's the point, is we want to be able to continue getting stuff out for you guys. And that's why we have the new stream manager. That's why we have new management. That's why we have our RC winners. That's why we just announced the 1-year anniversary. It's all coming together very, very well. And we want to be able to put that out for you guys.
Of course. I'm very proud of what we've accomplished so far. 1 year with the amount of players we have, with the placements they have, and 5,000 followers, and pretty much being an independent organization with a sponsor, at the end of 1 year seems like a very successful first year for me. Being able to, we have some players that are contracted. I feel like we've been rather successful in our first year, and I'm very excited to see where we go in our second year, because if you take that same number and multiply that by 2, that's 10,000, another sponsor. There's no telling what the future can hold, especially with all these new brains behind the operation we have. So I'm feeling the love. I'm feeling good. I know that a lot of good is going to come out of this, man. It's just, the order of how it shows up.
Exactly. And that goes for anybody out there. Consistency, content, and continuing to push are 3 things that you just want to focus on, and you just want to be happy to do, because anything that you're into, anything that you're working on, anything that you're like really, really in love with, it's all about being consistent. No matter about growth will come with consistency. And that's all that you can do, is continue to be that person and be somebody that is consistent, that pushes the way you want to push. Because as soon as you fall off of the consistency aspect, it turns into a little bit of a shamble. And that's where you kind of get depressed, you kind of start neglecting things, and that's why you just have to stay consistent with what you're doing.
100%, man. 100%. And before we wrap up the podcast, I do just want to touch up on something that you had said just a minute ago about being able to message anybody in the RIZE team, and everyone being so supportive. I just want to give a thank you to not only like the RIZE team, but anybody that reached out to me or responded to any of my tweets during what happened. Just briefly to say, if you don't check out the other episode, I was in a head-on car accident. My car was totaled, and then I had PC issues literally the following night. So it was just a whole bunch of stuff, in like a span of 24 hours. I was in a very dark place, and having all that love outpouring from not only my little small community, but, all my boys in RIZE and all my friends, it really meant a lot to me and really helped me bouncing back. And I just want to say thank you to you boys. Without anyone listening or anyone on Twitter showing support, I wouldn't be doing this. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, man. So yeah, I'm really excited. I know I keep saying that, but it's good to be back, man. And I think we're going to wrap things up, man. I don't know if there's anything else you want to add in real quick.
Oh man, I think it's been a great day. We had an amazing good day today. We're just gonna keep pushing out through the week. This should hit you guys by the weekend. You guys should be able to get a good listen, be able to hear everything. Let us know what you think. Let us know how you feel. And we're just gonna go ahead and close out here. Have a great and amazing, amazing week and just slay because you guys know that you guys came to play. So have a great fucking day. Thank you guys so much for listening.
Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to enter the giveaway on Rise Up GG as well. Just hit that like or retweet button. 1,000 V-Buck giveaway. You guys have a great fucking week. Peace out.
Peace.